Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Books channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance #1. And before we get into that, if you guys don't mind liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into this. All right, so we got the cover here for A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance #1. This is an image title by Rick Remender and Andre Araujo. And we start off here in Vancouver, BC. We kind of go over the city and move into Chinatown, where we are introduced into our main character, who apparently is having a bad day because it immediately starts raining the second he goes outside and lights a cigarette. The comic goes out of its way to show us that this guy's a good guy. He lets some old people on the bus ahead of him. So we kind of like him from the beginning. And while he's on the bus, he pulls out his phone and it looks like he's trying to get somewhere pretty far away from Vancouver. And then it says something about a sex trafficking case being opened by the FBI. It's kind of like a little breadcrumb for future issues, I think. So while he was on the bus, he realized that his cigarettes got wet in the rain. So he got off on the next stop and went to go into this convenience store where he bumps into this gentleman. And at first he's kind of mad and he's like, well, watch where you're going, buddy. But then we do see that, you know what? He is a good guy because he stops and he goes, hey, you know what? That was my bad. Sorry about that. And he helps the man pick up his stuff. And then on his way back to the bus stop, he runs into this kid who's waiting at the bus stop. And the kid is talking about this pigeon who got hurt. And the kid doesn't really want to kill the pigeon. Like, he doesn't want to step on it or break its neck because he doesn't want to hurt it more. And at first, our hero here doesn't do anything. So I guess to put the bird out of its misery, he decides to, before he gets on the bus, crush the bird with his foot and stop its suffering. And after a long day of bus riding, he finally makes it up to where he was trying to get. He gets dropped off. We see a car leave right as he is being dropped off at this bus station, which just happens to be right in front of where he needed to go down this dirt road. He arrives at this house, he knocks on the door, and no one is there, but it turns out the door is unlocked. So he goes inside and he calls out, obviously trying to not make it look like he broke in, but he's saying, I'm looking for Mary Sullivan. We don't know why he's there. Like we said, it was just on his phone when he got on the bus. So we just know he's been trying to get here all day. But one thing they make sure to point out is that his shoes still have the blood from the pigeon on them, and he's leaving footprints around. All of a sudden, he starts hearing a screeching noise, and it turns out that there's a tea kettle going. There's food laid out on the table, and then he sees a door open to the basement. And I'm going to leave it right there. I don't want to spoil the rest of this comic. But man, this was a great comic. This was a totally different kind of comic, too. Most of it's silent. There is some talking, but mostly it's just sequential art. So a very cool comic. It's a quick read, but there was a lot going on. There's definitely a mystery going on here. I mean, the story is so intriguing. Like, who is this guy we're following? Is he good or is he bad? We don't know. Why was he going to this house? We don't know. And then the whole people he bumped into, the cliffhanger at the end of this issue. So I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5. This was a fantastic comic. This was a really cool series. Definitely going to continue this. And if you guys like what you saw, be sure to pick it up at your local comic book store, and we will see you guys on the next one.